What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna give you a travel tips video. As you know, I just came back from Southeast Asia about a month ago. I did the Contiki Asian Adventure tour. I'm just gonna tell you how my adventure went, any travel tips I will give. First thing, arrived in Bangkok. Best advice, and this is what everyone's going to tell you, take the BTS SkyTrain into the city. The reason being is Bangkok traffic is chaos. It sucks a lot. Obviously money, they take the Thailand baht. I use a travel card from my bank, and what it did, it transferred Australian currency into that account. Okay, good thing about that, I can use it anywhere. I can just take whatever I want out. However, the issue I had using this travel card is that because I was putting Australian currency in the account, when I wanted to withdraw money, I could only withdraw maybe 1,000 baht per transaction, so I couldn't take out any large amounts. However, when I loaded in Thai baht into that travel card, I can then start withdrawing large amounts of cash. So if you're going to get a travel card, if you've got the option to put whatever currency in, make sure you have that country's currency into that account. Okay, public transport. Okay, this is an important thing. Okay, when you go to Bangkok, people automatically want to get a tuk-tuk because it's authentic, it's part of their country, it's part of the culture. Personally, what I've heard, I haven't experienced it personally, but taking tuk-tuks in Bangkok, they're a bit dodgy because they don't take you where you need to go. Like, you ask them to go from point A to point B, but then they will take you to like a little shop somewhere between point A, then they will take you to another shop there between. They'll start bouncing you around before they get you to your destination. If you want some reliable transport in Bangkok, use Uber. Like, I'm not endorsed by Uber, I'm just saying, like, it was reliable when I used it there. Like, you don't have to negotiate price. They know where to go, no arguments. If you want to spend the extra money and take a cab, be mindful of the fact that you might have to jump around from taxi to taxi to find one that works. You may enter a taxi cab and realize that the meter isn't running. If you ask them if the meter isn't running and they say it's not working or repair, get out straight away, find another one, and keep doing that till you find one. That happened to me in Khao San Road, where I wanted to go from Khao San Road back to my hostel. I wanted to get a cab there, and it took me at least 4 or 5 taxis until I actually found one where the meter was running. So be mindful of the fact that taxis there can rip you off for being a foreigner. One thing as well, if you want to be super cheap, take the bus. However, Bangkok's bus service is not the most reliable, or I would say the safest. The reason that being is that it's hard to find exactly where the bus stop is. You can't really see any sign that says bus stop. You might see a few people waiting at the front. The bus stops for you. You pretty much have to get on straight away. Sometimes they don't even close the doors when you get on. The door will be open and the bus driver will be weaving in and out through the streets, and it's a bit scary. So, but it's cheap though. I think it only costs about 30 cents Australian, give or take. So it is cheap. It's dangerous, but it's cheap. Food, definitely go authentic street food or just like authentic restaurants. If you go to all the westernized places like your McDonald's, your Burger King, Pizza Hut, you end up spending more money on food than going to authentic. Like, I went to a few street food stalls. People said to avoid them, but I went to them. They tasted fine. It didn't make me sick. That's my opinion, but maybe I chose a few good ones. I check out the shopping centers there, like the MBK Centre and the big ass shopping centre next to that. The sushi, I went to a little sushi restaurant, and the thing is, I was just casually ticking off what I wanted. I just assumed there was maybe 2 rolls each, but apparently it was 6 rolls. So I got like 2 to 3 times the amount of sushi I thought I was getting. They gave it to me on this long plate. The bad side about it is that I couldn't finish it all, and whatever piece of sushi you can't finish, you still have to pay for it. Okay, and whatever, I think it was like 30 baht at the time. So this local Thai lady was freaking out. I was like, oh, you gotta pay for it now, you try to eat it all, man. You gotta pay for what you don't eat. And I was like, I can't finish anymore. I ate so much. Once the bill came around, I checked it out. This whole plate that I had, like longer than my arms, cost me like 30 Australian. That's how much I usually pay when I'm back home doing like a sushi train back here. Obviously I did the Asian Adventure Contiki tour. My personal piece of advice with that tour is that definitely give yourself a few more days before the trip started, because you need more time in Bangkok to experience it all, to see the sights you want to see, because once that tour starts, you're very limited what you can and can't see. The only thing that I do recommend, if you do go a few days earlier, make sure you see maybe a floating market, Golden Mountain. Yeah, after that I think we went up to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. There's a trick art gallery in Chiang Mai, actually. It's right around the corner from the hotel. As if you don't want to see the elephants, check out the trick art gallery there. All the stuff's on my vlog, so if you want to know what's happening, go see my vlogs. Next one, entering Laos, okay? And I said Lao, and it is an S in it, but it's pronounced Lao. S is silent. There is an ATM at the border, and I would recommend just getting your money out there. You can get it exchanged beforehand if you want, you know, but better be safe than sorry. What happens at the border, you hand in your passport, you pay your visa. One by one, they'll get the pile of passports, and you go to another window, and your name will get called out, and then you have to pay for your visa. Before you enter Laos, just double check if you need a passport photo to enter in that country. I think most Australians will have to. We had a girl from England and she didn't have to. Look into that. But if you're an Australian, make sure you got your passport photo. If you're not, do some research and see if you need your passport photo done before you head in. Their currency is the kip, and I took out probably 160 Australian, which equaled up to 1 million kip. The beauty about that, you can pretty much be a millionaire. Yes, this is one thing that I was unfortunately had discovered. Went up to Pussy Mountain and Luang Prabang, and we saw these little birds in these little cages, and we got told they give us good luck when we let them free. We bought some and we set them free on top of Pussy Mountain. What we didn't know at the time is that putting those birds in those cages is actually considered to be animal cruelty. So yeah, if you see the birds in the cage, don't pay them the money, you know. I guess I made the mistake. I didn't know at the time. I thought I was doing something good. Okay, now for Cambodia. This is going to be a good one. So you need a visa, passport photo on arrival. However, okay, I did say for the Australians who need a passport photo on arrival, if you have a Cambodian background like myself, you can skip the visa line and you can pay either a small amount to get in the country or none at all. Reason being is that as long as you can prove you are Cambodian, you get all these extra incentives. While everyone else is filling out their visa forms while entering the country, I told one security guard that I was Cambodian. Okay. However, you know, I was born in Thailand in a refugee camp in Thailand. Okay, and this refugee camp's called Khao Dang, where all the Cambodians went to after the Khmer Rouge. So a lot of Cambodians know this particular refugee camp. So I told them I was Cambodian, born in that refugee camp where a lot of Cambodians were living. And the security guard, oh, okay, scrapped the visa form. He took me straight to the visa desk, passed the line, past everyone. I told him my background, told him who I was, and I said, okay, I'll look after you. Instead, I was stupid enough to still pay him the $30 US, but you can pay them less, like maybe in a few couple real, you know. So after that, he'll give you your passport back with a visa stamp on it, and then you can just go straight out the door. Okay, that can only happen if you can prove you are Cambodian, either by showing that you can speak the language, or you're from that refugee camp, or any other way you can prove to them. Currency is probably the most important thing, of course. They take both the Cambodian real and US currency. They usually use their US currency for like bigger purchases, but they hand you back in a real. Imagine it like this. US currency is like their dollars, the real is their cents. So when you get money changed back, they'll give it to you in real. If you want to get rid of your real as much as possible, just ask them how much it is in real rather than US dollar, and they'll give you like an equal amount. I think it's about 4,000 to every $1 US, I think. Also, if you're going to be in Siem Reap, make sure you get a multiple day temple pass. Listen, there are so many good temples there, like it is absolutely amazing. When it comes to temple passes, I think you can get a 1-day pass, a 3-day pass, and a 7-day pass. I'd highly recommend getting a multiple day pass, 3 or the 7-day pass, because there's more temples out there than just Angkor Wat. The tuk-tuk drivers there are some of the most nicest people ever meet. They're safe, they're reliable, you know, they won't screw you over, they love tourists. One day I just said to a tuk-tuk driver when I left the hotel, and I said, take me anywhere. And he was up, and he took me to all these temples, he took me to the Landmine Museum. He charged me $30 for the day, but I gave him $40 because I wanted to tip him because he was such a nice guy. When it comes to food, obviously try just street food, like the authentic. When it comes to food, go to the authentic restaurants rather than the Western places, of course. I know you guys love your Western foodie burgers, but definitely try the street food stalls. They're very cheap. I had like a bowl of fried rice for $1, beer for 50 cents. But yeah, definitely go authentic. I think that's it. If you want to know more, you want to know more stuff in detail, look at my travel vlogs. It pretty much explains the entire trip. If you've got any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.